Hey everyone, today's it is about when you get stabbed in front of him. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. Young Katsuki Bakugou, the explosive hero known as Dynamite, had been through thick and thin together. As lovers, your relationship had weathered the storms of your life, and your bond was stronger than ever. One evening, after a routine mission, you found yourselves at a quiet cafe, enjoying a rare moment of peace. The warm ambience contrasted with the chaos that you both face daily. So, how was your day, Katsuki? You asked, taking a sip of your cafe. He grunted. Same old shit. Villains causing trouble, but we handled it. You smiled, appreciating his straightforwardness. Well, we make a great team then. He nodded, a hint of a smile tugging at the corners of his lips. Damn right we do. Little did you know that this calm moment would soon be shattered. As you exited the cafe, a figure approached, a glint of malice in their eyes. Before you could even react, a sharp pain erupted in your side.
Wyan,
Katsuki's voice was a mix of shock and anger as he caught you, blood staining both of your clothes. Grimacing, you clutched your side. I'm okay. Just a scratch.
no, you're not okay.
His voice was laced with concern.
Who the hell did this?
The assailant, a masked figure, grinned, reveling in the chaos that they had caused.
Looks like Dynamite's distracted. Easier than I thought. Way easier.
Katsuki's eyes flared with anger.
You're gonna regret that, you piece of shit.
Ignoring the pain, you tried to stand up, but your legs gave out. Katsuki caught you, his hands trembling.
Stay with me. Wyan.
He pleaded, his usual bravado replaced by raw vulnerability. You managed a weak smile.
I'm not going anywhere.
As Katsuki faced off with the assailant, you overheard their twisted motives.
Heroes deserve pain. This is just the beginning.
Katsuki's explosions roared, a fierce battle ensuing. Between the clashes, he shouted,
If you intend to do this more, then you face the wrong person.
Despite the intensity, your vision blurred as the world faded in and out. Katsuki's voice reached you like a lifeline.
Hold on, Wyan. I'll make this bastard pay. I swear, Wyan.
You whispered.
I believe in you, Katsuki.
Eventually, the assailant was apprehended, but the victory tasted better. Katsuki rushed to your side, tears of frustration and fear in his eyes.
I thought I was gonna lose you.
He admitted, his voice shaky. You cupped his cheek, reassuring him.
Not today. I'm not going anywhere.
In the aftermath, Katsuki carried you to the nearest hospital, never letting go of your hand. As you recovered, he stayed by your side, his usual fear demeanor replaced by a quiet protectiveness.
Idiot,
he muttered, his hand intertwined with yours.
Scaring the shit out of me like that.
You chuckled, weakly.
Sorry, Katsuki. Guess I can't escape trouble. Even on date night.
He smirked, a hint of his usual arrogance returning.
Well, at least you know you're the best damn hero.
And in that hospital room, surrounded by the beeping of machines, you both found solace in the fact that, no matter what, you were in this together, heroes and lovers, facing the challenges that lay through your way. As your recovery progressed, Katsuki's protective nature intensified. He became your shadow, never letting you go out of his sight for too long. The once explosive hero was surprisingly tender, fetching whatever you needed and hovering by your bedside.
Katsuki, I can handle getting water myself.
You teased, feeling a bit cooped up. He scowled, crossing his arms.
Just sit tight, Wyan. I don't want you straining yourself.
Despite the circumstances, you couldn't help but find his overprotectiveness endearing. One day, As the sunlight streamed through the hospital window, Katsuki spoke up. I don't want you going back into the field until you're completely healed, he declared, his eyes intense. You sighed, knowing it was futile to argue. Fine, but only because I love you, not because you're ordering me around. A rare smirk raised his lips. Damn right, I love you too, Juan. As the days passed, you began to regain your strength once again. Katsuki's constant presence was both comforting and stifling, and you couldn't resist pushing his buttons. Katsuki, I'm not made of glass. I won't break. You insisted. He grumbled, just making sure. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow across the hospital room, Katsuki finally cracked a smile. You're healing faster than those damn doctors expected. You grinned. Well, I do have the best nurse taking care of me. He rolled his eyes but didn't deny it. Just don't get used to it. Once you're out of here, you're back to your duties. And also, I prefer being a doctor, not a nurse. The mention of returning to hero work brought a mixture of excitement and apprehension. He knew the dangers that came with the job, and the recent attack had heightened your awareness. Katsuki, promise me something, you said, holding his hand. His eyebrows furrowed. What? Promise me that, no matter what happens, we will face it together. I don't want to be the reason that you hold back. His gaze softened, and he squeezed your hand. I promise, Juan. We're in this together, always. The day of your discharge arrived, and Katsuki insisted on carrying your bags. As you exit the hospital, the world seemed brighter, and the weight on your shoulders lifted. Feels good to be out of the place, he remarked, leaning on Katsuki for support. He smirked. Yeah, well, don't get too comfortable. We've got a lot of work to do. You laughed, realizing that, despite the challenges, you wouldn't want to face them with anyone else. Hand in hand, you and Katsuki walked into the sunset, ready to take on whatever the here in life had in store for you. One evening, as you sat together on the balcony of your apartment, watching the city below, Katsuki spoke softly. Remember when we thought this city was too big for us? Yeah, and now it feels like we want a place of it. We make a damn good team, don't we? Actually, the best. And no matter what comes our way, we'll face it together. It's a promise, right? Yeah, always. Juan. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye.